Hare Krishna everyone. I welcome everyone for today's session on eliminating Anarthas. This is a 5-day series. Day 3, killing Pralambasura. Pralambasura represents lust. So let us see how this Asura represents the lust as an Anartha. Let us start with the prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namom Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tinamini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Agenda of today. Let us see what we have learned in day 1 and day 2, and we'll go for Agasura's story, how Balaram killed Agasura, and then we'll learn about our greatest eternal enemy called lust and how to overcome that. On the day 1, we have discussed how Krishna killed Putana and how Putana represents duplicity. Every demon that Krishna killed in Vrindavan symbolizes the impurities in our heart, known as Anarthas. We hear Krishna's stories not just as bedtime stories for children. It is not for entertainment, but it is for enlightenment. It purifies us. These are the reasons why we hear Krishna stories. So these are the reasons why people are fake. Addictions, purva samskaras, and materialism, imitation. We learned that by knowledge, we understand that how addictions are harmful to us and how it will make us fake. So by that, we'll get illumined with knowledge and we'll get liberated. Otherwise, we'll be bounded and we'll be blinded because of these addictions, social media addictions, and a lot more. And the samskaras, the previous activities that we have done, may lead us to wrong situations or bad conditions in our life. But not just blaming on the karma, let us focus on the dharma ahead of us. Materialism. Nowadays, a lot of people think that by collecting and consuming and making your bank balance very high, getting a lot of money, fame, popularity, by collecting things, they'll be happy. No, that is false. This materialism leads to a lot of anxieties, being fake, depression, tensions, and all. Not at all helping us. So what actually happiness is in connecting and contributing. And imitation is also a cause. People have a lot of role models in their life, and instead of taking inspiration from them, they try to copy them and become like that so that they'll be happy. Having a dreams and goals is a different thing, but if one thinks that okay, he has a lot of money, he's very rich, let me also become like that so that I'll be happy, that is the wrong thing. Okay, he's also into all these addictions that is making him stay high, so let me also try that. Imitation. If God had wanted you to be someone else, he would have made someone else. We have to focus on what is our gunas, what is our behavior, what are our instincts. Based on that, we need to take our profession and our career, not just copying someone and doing struggling in life. Whatever you fake cannot fulfill you. Yesterday we have discussed about how Krishna killed Akasura. He expanded inside in the mouth of the snake demon Agasura, and then Agasura died. Agasura represents enviousness, cruelty, and violence. We have discussed how to overcome enviousness, most dangerous anartha within us. So some of the reasons why we get envy are comparing with others and having a wrong definition of success, and because of obviously social media obsessions. What is the solution that we have seen from Gita? Envying is degrading, admiring is elevating. By envying someone, you get degraded in life. By admiring someone, you get elevated, because actually being envious is an indirect way of appreciating someone. When you think that, okay, he is very handsome, she is very beautiful, and you become more jealous of them, and it will hurt you back. That is an indirect way of saying, oh, you are very nice, you are very good looking, very beautiful. So by directly admiring them, that will help both of us. But by envying us, it will hurt ourselves. Self-destructive anartha, most dangerous but rarely noticed anartha. And how do we overcome this comparison, comparing and thinking that, okay, he is high, he is less, I am very weak, or I am low, I don't have intelligence, I'm not beautiful, I don't have money. So all these things we can overcome by understanding that Krishna is the source of greatness in others. You see anyone great, powerful, you are getting attracted to them, understand that it is the potency of Krishna that is present in them that is attracting you. Krishna means all attractive. So whenever you are getting attracted to something, that means Krishna's energy is there. So you admire him, you admire Krishna. There is no envy. There is no possibility of being envy. So that is the way we can overcome them, overcome bad comparison, as Prabhuji mentioned. We can have good comparison. You can get inspired by them. And another thing is wrong definition of success. People think that, okay, he's very successful in life, let me copy them, let me become successful, or let me overtake them, let me pull them down, I'll be more higher than them, then I'll be relatively successful. This is what people think. That is a wrong definition of success. To be happy is possible, to be happier than others is impossible. We need to be self-satisfied. We need to understand that success lies in understanding, realizing who we are. If you know your real potency, you will never care about others. That much high we are, because we are part of Krishna. Accepting ourselves, though we have some imperfections, accepting that and getting satisfied with what we have, being grateful to God, that will help us elevate in life. And the third one is social media obsession. We need to have more personal connections rather than searching for more likes, more followers, more subscribers, more network. That will not give satisfaction at the end. This is a brief. Humility in the heart from connection of God grace makes us a true well-wisher of others. When we become humble by connecting with God, then we understand the compassion that is present within us towards others. You'll stop envying them. You'll start loving them, admiring them. That real humility one can develop by connecting with God's grace. So today, we'll go for day 3, killing Pralamba.
So I welcome you all once again for today, another set of lesson from the killing of demons, eliminating the Anarthas in the heart. Once again, a reminder for all of us why we are discussing all this, because August 30 is a Janmastami. We are inviting Krishna into our hearts. We cannot invite any guest without cleaning the place, without offering any good place to him for sitting. We give him good water, nice good words to him. Similarly, the one Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna, is coming. We should clean our hearts and we should provide him a good place. But our heart is filled up with many anarthas, useless things. Going deep into the pastimes of Krishna. Krishna killed many demons. So we're analyzing. Each demon represents one anartha in our heart. So we discussed the Putana. The anartha is duplicity. Ashasura yesterday. The anartha, which is enviousness, the snake, enviousness. And today we are going to discuss another Rakshasa, a demon. The demon name is Pralamba.
Are the supreme personality of Godhead. They performed many wonderful pastimes. Actually, they come to earth to destroy the wicked demons and protect the good people. Let us hear the exciting story of how they killed the demon Pralamba. One day, Krishna, Balaram, and the cowherd boys with their cows entered the beautiful forest of Vrindavan. Krishna played his flute. Some boys played hand cymbals and buffalo horns. Others hummed from trees or decorated themselves with the first flowers and leaves. Everyone was enjoying themselves, except for a cruel demon named Pralamba, who was quietly watching. This demon had made a wicked plan to kidnap Krishna and Balram. He took the form of a cowherd boy and joined all the other children in play. Krishna, Balram, and their friends welcomed the new cowherd boy to join in the fun. In the next game, the boys formed two teams. Krishna and Balram were the leaders of these teams. Pralamba was in Krishna's party. In this game, the losers had to carry the winners on their backs. Balram and his team won the first game, so Krishna and his team had to carry them. Aha! This was exactly what Pralamba wanted. Krishna carried Sridhama, Vajrasen carried Rishabh, and Pralamba carried Balram. Pralamba started to walk and quietly took Balram far away. However, Balram could understand the intentions of Pralamba. By his divine power, he became heavier and heavier until Pralamba could no longer carry him. He staggered and tried to push Balram off. Pralamba just couldn't bear it anymore and fell down. Balram then struck the demon's head with his hard fist. Immediately, the demon let out a cry and his skull broke open. The cowherd boys came running on hearing the scream and were shocked to see the big, powerful demon lying dead on the ground. They couldn't believe it was the same little cowherd boy who had been playing with them. The demigods and the heavenly beings showered flowers from the sky. Krishna Balram ki jai!
Yes. So this is a demon, Pralambasura. This demon got killed by Lord Balaram himself. Last Sunday, there was a Balarama Purnima, the appearance day of Lord Balarama. So Balaram killed this demon, Pralambasura. This Pralambasura represents lusty desires in our heart. Lusty desires in all of our hearts. Everybody in the world is tortured by this desire called lust. See, there are so many incidents happening around the world because of this lust. If I go for the list of the activities which are happening because of this anartha, lust, the list is unending. Murders, suicides, rapes, cheating, so many. So it's a very, very great time to be for all of us to understand how the lust comes, how to destroy this enemy in our heart. So Pralambasura, this demon, got killed by Balaram. Balaram, one of the important lesson what we should learn is, many people, they want to build a muscle power, Sharirika bal, the muscle strength. But actually the real Bala is Balaram, the spiritual strength. If one gains the spiritual strength, then he can have a manobala. Then we can have a Sharirika bala. How we should tackle this nicely. So what is a lust? Where it is born? Where does it reside? Where does it tempt? Why are people lusting? Who created it? See, if you want to conquer the enemy, so if you want to fight with the enemy, you should know what is the strength of the enemies, so that we can clearly tackle this enemy. That's the whole logic behind this. We should know about the lust. Let us see what is the lust. What is the lust? Many people think lust is just kama, the sexual impulse. Not just. Lust also means sexual impulse, but basically lust means strong desire for anything material, strong desire. For example, children's in the childhood, they want toys, they want chocolates. If you don't fulfill that desire, they will cry, they will fall down, they will cry, they will do all nonsense. So that is also lust for the children. Anything which is a strong desire, strong rooted desire, that is lust. But that too only material things, material achievements. So what is a lust? Lust is a strong desire of having something or someone. Don't mistake, lust means only the sexual impulse. Lust means basically the strong desire for anything material. For anything material is called lust. Name, fame, objects. So let us see. So this lust, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, this lust is basically, so Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita about this lust. One time Arjuna asked this question in Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna says, "Oh Krishna, I don't want to do something. But still, I feel that I'm forced to do something. The same thing. For example, I don't want to speak bad words. But no, we are forced to speak sometimes bad words. We don't want to do any sinful activity, but we are forced to do that. Arjuna is asking this question for all of our benefit to Krishna. Krishna says, okay, Arjuna, I understand. There is something invisible force that is forcing you to do some sinful activity. Krishna says that is a lust. This lust is a vicious and voracious demon within all of us. So whole Krishna explains in 3rd chapter so wonderfully about this last section of 3rd chapter. Very, very wonderfully he narrates. So the lust is actually biggest enemy. L-A-G, lag, lust, anger, greed. Remember this, lust, anger, greed. L-A-G, lag. If we have these prominent anarthas in our life, we lag always behind. L-A-G, we always lag behind if we have these desires, lust and anger, greed. So that's why it's very, very important to know about the lust. So we discussed what is a lust and how effective this lust is. Let us see where it borns, where it takes birth. Everybody has a birthplace. So let us see where it takes birth. Lust, it takes birth in the conjunction of the mode of passion. You know this, right? There are 3 modes of material nature: Sattva guna, Rajo guna, Tamo guna. So actually we have love for Lord eternally, in the Golok Vrindavan. Originally we don't have any lusty desires. The pure spirit soul, it doesn't have any lust. It has a pure love. But this pure love, when it is contaminated by the modes of material nature, which is especially the passion, Rajoguna, this love converts into lust. Just like example here, pictorially it is described here. So the raindrops coming from the clouds, it is always pure, always pure, very crystal clear water drops coming from the clouds. Very, very clear, crystal clear. But what happens when it comes into crosses the ozone layer, then all the dirt gets accumulated around the drop of the rain. When it falls down in the ground, that spoils, that gets contaminated. Similarly, just like that, we have eternally everlasting love for Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. But when it comes to the material world, material nature, it gets contaminated and it gets spoiled and turns into lust. Another interesting example, we have a pure milk, and you heat it, you boil it, and you keep it, let it cool down. Then you add 1 simple drop of dahi, curd, and whole milk turns into dahi. Same way, the pure milk represents love for Krishna. That turns up into lust just by a small drop of addition of the Rajoguna. Yes, this love, the pure spirit soul has a love for Krishna. But when the spirit soul, when he comes to the material atmosphere, when he falls down to this material world, then he gets in contact with the mode of passion, Rajoguna. That's how he becomes lustful. Okay, this is how the love turns into lust. This is where it takes birth. That's why you see people who are in mode of passion, Rajoguna, they are always lusty. They have strong desire. Passion means they have strong desire for success. They want to achieve something great. They want to get that, these. And at max, what they have is lust, the kama. They want to enjoy women. They want to enjoy the fame, popularity, all that. There is a strong desire. The passionate people, they have strong desire for having something, getting something. So now point is where the lust came from. This is the material nature, the Rajoguna. Where the Rajoguna came from, it is a Krishna's energy. The 3 modes of material nature, the Prakriti. The Prakriti is made up of the 3 modes of material nature. So we saw what is the lust. We saw where it takes birth. And let's see where it resides. Yes, the definition of lust and the strong desire, where it is born in contact with the Rajoguna. And then let's see where this lust resides. When you want to fight with the army, you have to know where this army stays. where all they have their dens. There are different strategic positions in the body of conditioned soul. This lust takes place, just resides there. So what are those strategic positions? Mind, senses, and intelligence. These are the three places. Mind is the center of all the activities of the senses. So it resides in the mind and it resides in the senses. Grossly, it resides in the senses at a very, very gross level, very, very lower level, it resides in the senses. More deeper level, this lust resides in the mind. More deeper level, it resides in the intelligence. So that's why if you see animals, they are, for example, pigeon. You take pig or pigeon or any, this lust is there in its senses. They always, immediately they want sex pleasure. Immediately, if you see pigeons, especially the pigeons, they always engage in the sexual life, sexual intercourse. That's how their whole lust is there in the senses. But if you come more deeper levels, it is in the mind. More deeper level, it is intelligence. Krishna gives very nice examples also for this. Next door neighbor, the capital of such lusty propensities, intelligence is the immediate next door neighbor of the spirit soul. See, the intelligence is very close to the spirit soul. Now, spirit soul is a pure itself. The spirit soul is very, very pure itself. Its next door neighbor is intelligence, very, very near. Next door neighbor means I'm just residing in this house. Just beside my house is someone else. So intelligence is a next door neighbor to the spirit soul, pure spirit soul. Now, when the lust attacks, when lust starts residing in the intelligence, that is a very, very dangerous position. If the lust is residing in the mind, that is okay. Now we can do something about it. When the lust is residing in the senses, that is also okay. Animals, birds, and all the other animals, their whole life is a sense gratification. They live for sense gratification, fulfilling the demands of the senses, because lust is sitting in the senses. The next level of people is actually human beings. In the human beings, this lust resides in the mind mostly. Now, if you see carefully, Krishna explains in the example. There are three examples Krishna gives. Plants, the plants and plants especially, their lust resides just like dust covers the mirror. That is one analogy Krishna gives. Just like a dust covers the mirror, if you just clean the mirror, the dust will go. Still, you need to do a little bit hard work to remove the dust from the mirror. More deeper level, just like a smoke covers the fire. That is, the first one is senses, the second one is mind. Just like a smoke covers the fire. When you have a fire, along with the fire, there is some smoke that is in the first one is plants, next one is birds and animals, and mind level, mental level. That is just like, more deeper level is actually like in the womb of mother, the child is covered by the embryo. That is a different level. These are three analogies Krishna explains how this lust covers the spirit soul. The spirit soul itself is very pure, but the covering is the sitting places of lust is we should identify. It is our test, we can test ourselves where the lust is sitting in our life. Is it in the senses or is it in the intelligence? If the lust is there, intelligence, you plan. See, it is a cross check. You can cross check yourself. If the lust is sitting in the intelligence, you will plan. Oh, I will enjoy like this. I will do like this. I will do like this. You will plan with the intelligence. If the lust is sitting in the mind, then you will just think about the opposite sex. You will just think about that strong desire. That's it. You cannot do more than. You cannot plan. If it enters into intelligence, then it will. If the lust is residing in the senses, then you will have just night fall downs, night falls. Sometimes night falls like that. Sometimes abruptly some thoughts comes when you see opposite sex or something like that. It's immediate. And it comes and goes. If it is there and sitting in places, the sense, it comes and goes. But if it's there in the mind, it keeps on, you will keep on contemplating on it. If it is there in the intelligence, you would plan it. That's how you should check. You should check where the lust is sitting, this enemy, where it is sitting. So we discussed what is the lust, where it is born, and where it resides, and how to check, cross-check also we discussed. So how it tempts, basically how it tempts for a man when we see women, it aggravates. especially lusty desires. When we see women, when men sees the woman, it gets aggravated. When for women, when it sees men, it gets aggravated. Generally populants. So now, this is what we are discussing, how this lust works, how the lust gets tempts the living being, whether it's a male or female. Now, you understand, for example, here there are two examples which are kept. For men, Ravana in the Ramayana, he was sitting very happily. He doesn't know anything about Mother Sita. But when Shurpanakha got insulted by Lord Rama, because Lord Ram cut the nose of the Shurpanakha. Shurpanakha went to this Ravana and she described completely about the beautiful nature of Mother Sita. So as Ravana, he heard the beautiful description of Mother Sita. When he heard the Mother Sita's beautiful description, he got attracted to the beauty of Mother Sita. That's how he planned. That's how Ravana, he planned. Because lust entered into the intelligence of Ravana. He starts planning. He starts sending Maricha. He starts planning how he will go in disguise as a sadhu. He was planning completely. So this is an example how man gets attracted to, gets trapped into this. He gets tempted by the lust. Ravana is a great Brahmana. He is very pandita. He knows very, very nice philosophy. He's very good at it. But unfortunately, he has lusty thoughts. His enemy.
Ravana's lust staying in the Ravana's intelligence. That's how he planned to attack Mother Sita. So this is how lust allures us. Differently for different people. Yes, not just women to women, women to men, but it also, if you see, I gave an example of chocolates. Small kids, they get tempted to the chocolates. They get tempted to the toys. Yes, the ladies, the girls, they get tempted to the gold. When they see nice saree, they get tempted. So that is also places for lusty desires, strong desire. Let's go for next. So this is how we discussed how lust tempts. Now let us discuss why our people are lusty. So people generally, they want instant pleasure. Understand this point, instant pleasure. Now if you go to market, everything is available ready-made. Ready-made gulab jamun, ready-made pulihora, ready-made pani puri, everything ready-made. You don't need to work hard, Everything is available ready-made. So they want everything to experience immediately. Then and there, that's it. So what do you want? Instant gratification. When you want? Right now. Right now I want. So this is how in the world they want instant pleasure. The lust is there now we discussed the three places of lust, right? Senses, mind, intelligence. Now there is in the Kali Yuga that especially these senses are there, this lust is there everywhere nowadays. The lust is there everywhere. It is there just on your fingertips. If you just open your mobile, you open any ad, there is a propaganda for the lusty desires comes up. Bad movies, advertisements, any kind of nonsense, there is a lust which promotes us, Basically, there is no need of training how to have a sexual life. We should understand this very clearly. There is one Shastra called Kama Shastra in the Vedic literature. The people, they are so fascinated about this. Kama Shastra, how it is? But the point is, simple to note, there is no need of sexual education. There is no need of sexual education. It is a very natural thing. Everyone has the sexual desire. There is a great need of training how to stop that, how to control it. There is no need of training how to increase it. I'm repeating the line once again. There is no need of sexual training how to increase it. There is a great need how to reduce it, how to control it. But unfortunately, what is happening? The movie industry, the whole advertisement industry, cosmetic industry, everything in the world, they want to make cash out of. They want to make cash out of the inclination of the people. They are just triggering the lusty desires within us. I'm repeating the line once again. This all movie industry, advertisement industry, whole thing, whole business industries, they just want to trigger, they want to throw the fuel for the lusty inclination in the living entities. That's why it's very, very hazardous, very dangerous to watch movies, hear dirty songs, dirty movies. There was one movie called Dirty Picture. I hope you all must be knowing this, Dirty Picture. The name itself, it's clearly showing dirty picture, but you want to go and get ditched into that dirty. So this is how people. So these movies, advertisement industry, everything, they just want to make you trigger. Just you have something, some spark within you. They want to rise that. They want to throw the fuel for it. For example, you want to start a bike. So there is a trigger. What do you call that? Ignition. Yes, ignition. If you just press the ignition, the bike starts. So there is a small spark. It gets created in the engine. When I studied mechanical engineering, I learned there. So there is a small spark comes up and the engine starts working. That's how bike starts. So everybody has some lusty inclination in their senses or mind or intelligence. These movies, this Bollywood industry or any film industry, any advertisement industry, any business strategy, they want to trigger the lusty inclination in the people. And they want to make cash out of it. Okay. What is the connection between car and woman? They will keep a woman standing stylishly in half-naked dress with the car on the advertisements. So people think that, oh, if I purchase this car, I may get that girl also for free. They see that and they go for purchasing that car. What is the connection between the banyan of men and the girl? See, so insane actually, so insane. They want to show advertisement for the banyan. You purchase our banyan, Ram Cotton, our banyan. But they show the woman in that. Of course, there is a Salman Khan, but they show the woman also in that. Woman, as if that if you wear that banyan, all the women gets attracted to you. It's so funny, so insane. And people are making money out of your inclinations. Understand very carefully. People are making money out of your simple inclination. You may feel that, oh, I am feeling very happy. Actually, the lust is biggest enemy. But lust is the biggest enemy. If you just get captured by these tricks, then you will be doomed. You will be doomed. I know many people, many youngsters, especially in the COVID time, they could not stay alone in the COVID time. No classes, no activity, nothing. When the video classes are there, off the video and just sit there. Nothing. Nobody knows what we are doing. So the many youngsters, they got addicted to the masturbation. Many youngsters spoiled their life, girls and boys both, because of these inclinations, bad lusty inclinations. And this whole movie industry, whole business strategies, they are triggering that. Yes. I hope you are able to understand what I am explaining. So this is how it comes. Now modern people, they have this idea. Nowadays, it came in a trend. The people, they are thinking in a trendy way, saying that, oh, what is the problem? I have a lusty desires, I'll express it out. What is the problem? Oh, I can express it, no problem. Is it cool? It's cool to be lusty. That's how people promote. Now, it's a question for all of you. If you just express your lusty desires, it is just like animal civilization. One dog have a sexual relationship in one street with one dog. A male dog have one sexual relationship today in this street. Tomorrow in another street, the same dog goes to another street and have a sexual relationship there. So it is just dog life or pigeon life, any animal life. It's not human life. Human is a more responsible living entity in the world. In the civilization, human is a more responsible, more civilized. He should be. He's supposed to be civilized person, not animal. In fact, animals are good enough, in one way. If the humans also do the same, what is the difference between animals and humans? How can you say that humans are progressing? How can you say that humans are civilized? No, we can't say that. So it's not. Understand this point. Expressing the lusty desires is not cool. It is an animal life. Simply animal life. Yesterday I was discussing the same concept with some of my relatives in my other place. So they agreed at the end of the day, they agreed. So it's not cool to be lusty. It's not cool to be lusty. It's hazardous. It's very, very hazardous. It is more of animal life. Yes. Let's go for next. So we discussed hazardous temptation in the world. You see, every state, every country, every village, every mandal, everywhere there are problems with these lusty thoughts, lusty desires. There's a statistics here. You see this. In the USA, there are rapes because of lusty desires. Actually, I will tell one simple thing. Understand, both male and female both have a lusty inclinations. Both have a lusty inclination. But man, he acts too much. Women may not act that much too much. Man acts too much. He does too much. Woman, she also not coming. She's also very too much. So the point is, the rapes, these rapes are noted. The strategies here, you can see this. So again, coming to point, lust doesn't mean only the sexual desires. Also means anything strong desire. People are becoming fat, out of their control. You know why? Because of junk food, all the nonsense things what they eat. Because they have a strong desire. That is how the market promoted. If you eat pizza, if you eat our cool drinks, if you eat our, if you play these games, you will be known in the market. Otherwise, no. This is so. See, this shampoo, this soap is popular. This soap is popular. This soap is used by some heroine in the Bollywood. So you also should use it. See, this is how people promote. This TV, this company, Samsung Mobile, is very, very nice. So this Samsung Mobile is used by Amitabh Bachchan also. So you also should use it. Because it is a trend. If you use this mobile, you will also become like Amitabh Bachchan. Yes. This thumbs up is there. This thumbs up. Of course, it is banned now maybe. So this thumbs up, the movie actor Ram Charan, movie actor Mahesh Babu, movie actor Akshay Kumar, they drink this thumbs up. So you also should drink this thumbs up. Yes, this is how they promote. If you drink this thumbs up, you also become thumbs up. Thumbs up. Yes. So this is how it is. So people have all this kind of bad habits because of this lust, strong desire to have something. Video games especially. Recently I saw one small short video. There was one boy who's playing a video games in the village, just small village. He's sitting in front of the door and he's playing the video games. So he got addicted too much to the video games. What happened? Mother and father, they came. They took the mobile out from his hands. Surprisingly, that boy, he's moving his hands. He's moving his hands, moving his eyes, moving his head, just like as if he's playing. Even though there is no mobile in front of his eyes, no mobile in his hands, but still he's playing, he's moving. But parents are just, they're confused. He became quite mad in the games. He's completely absorbed in the games. He's not at all coming to normal consciousness. So this is addiction, complete addiction for the video games, especially from children. Yes. So bad habits, these all inclines, it all leads to these bad habits because of strong desire of lusty desires. Yes. So more than 7 million people suffer from illicit drug use disorder, and 1 in 4 deaths can be attributed to alcohol, tobacco, and illicit or prescriptions drug use. Actually, this drug business is also introduced to have more sexual relationship, lusty desires. People, they introduce drugs, they go into madness, some kind of illusion, and in illusion, whatever they do, any sexual relationship, it's okay for them. It's okay for them. There are so many movies on this. Daughter, she was going to college. She was introduced by one of the senior, and senior starts giving drugs. Senior starts giving to the drugs to the girl, junior girl, and she's innocently, she took the drugs one time, twice, she took the drugs. After some time, after 1 month, she's got addicted to these drugs. Without these drugs, she cannot sleep, she cannot move, she cannot do anything without the drugs. She's completely addicted to these drugs. Now, senior, he starts playing game now. He says, okay, I will give the drugs, but you should come. You should come in this dress. Now, you keep one skirt in the bag and come. I will explain you what to do. Now, she comes in the drug. He gives the drugs to her. Now, she doesn't know she's in illusion. She's in moha. Means she's completely don't know what is happening. So this senior, he arranged another people to have a sexual relationship with her. Actually, basically, senior made the junior girl as a prostitute. Basically, she also, after whole thing happened, she realized it. But she knows illicit sex is not good. But what to do? She's addicted to the drugs. She will not get the drugs if she doesn't hear the senior words. And senior is using her like anything in a prostitution. He is getting the money. Senior is getting the money. And she's addicted to the drugs. She's ready to pay the money. He is getting money from a girl and she is getting the money from the partners, other people. See, drug abuse. There's so much to explain on this kind of things in the world view. So many things are happening. But people, they want to just chill out. No problem, my life is bindas. Nobody wants to see into all this. But actually, youngsters' life is too much worst in the life in the world right now going on. So crime hotspots. The people know Delhi, Bangalore, Mumbai, crime hotspots. Yes. You see the all statistics. You don't want to go. You can just see that and understand. So we may be the victims. We may also be victims. Our relatives, our friends may be the victims. So we should know this and we should spread this good word to the world to save the youths, especially youths, from all this drug abuse. So now we discussed why people are lusty because of this temptations, movie, Bollywood, Hollywood, advertisement, drug abuse, the murders, kill, all this is happening. That's why people are becoming more and more lusty, more and more lusty. Let's see who created it. You should not go for it. Try to understand clearly. It is a Krishna only who created the lust. Okay? Don't get confused. Don't become enemies of Krishna. Please understand carefully. So, it is basically love every living being has towards Krishna. It is a love. But this love, Krishna is the source of everything, whether it's love or lust. But unfortunately, we have originally love for Krishna. But this love turned up into the lust. If we become lover of Krishna, we reach Krishna. If we use that love to be lusty in this world, we stay back in this miserable world. We don't reach Krishna. We stay back in this miserable world. So we should lose the lust and we should get back to the love. Basically, I mean to say, the curd may not turn up into milk, but the lust, by the process of Krishna consciousness, you can turn the lust to love back. I'm repeating the line once again. You may not change the curd into milk, but you can transform the lust into love by the process of Krishna consciousness. Okay. It's very simple. Let's go for the process. How to do that? Yes. Overcoming the lust. This is the whole concept. How to transform the lust to love. Now, very simple analogy, a dirty tank. So, okay, let's see what Krishna says about this lust and then we'll go ahead. Yes, Prabhu. So, we have a dirty tank. First thing what we should do is, we should stop the dirty water inflow to that dirty tank. If you want to clean the dirty tank, first stop the inflow of more dirty water. I mean to say, stop giving the bad inputs to the senses. Stop giving the bad inputs to the mind. Stop hearing the bad music, bad lyrics. Stop seeing bad movies and Bollywood, Hollywood, all that nonsense. Stop watching the TV advertisements, unnecessary things, because this is a place where you get triggered easily. Stop all this nonsense. So the first thing is stop the dirty water. How to stop it? Regulation is the foundation for purification. We should regulate it. What to see, what not to see, what to hear, what not to hear, what to eat, what not to eat, whom to seek, whom to speak, whom not to speak, what to speak, what not to speak. All that we should be aware of this. That is what regulation. We are not asking you to stop seeing. We are not asking you to stop hearing. We are not asking you to stop speaking. We are asking you to regulate it. What to speak, what to hear, what to see, all that. So regulation is a foundation for the purification. Can somebody read the translation of this 3rd chapter 41st shloka?
Therefore, O Arjuna, best of the Bhāratas, in the very beginning curb this great symbol of sin, lust, by regulating the senses, and slay this destroyer of knowledge and self-realization.
Okay, Hare Krishna. So basically here, you see carefully, Krishna says the first step he says
is regulate it. In the beginning only regulate it. Curb the great symbol of sin, lust. Regulate the senses. Okay, this is how we should stop the dirty water first. Means take only good things through these senses. Give only right inputs to the senses. Next thing is, okay, you stop the dirty water into the tank. Now you clean the dirty water. You take out the dirty water out. Conquer the wickedness not just by fighting harder, but by rising higher. So how to clean these dirty things? You should have a higher taste. You should engage these senses. Not just stop the bad inputs to the senses, but actually give the higher taste for the senses. Senses, mind, intelligence. Give higher taste to it. Means I mean to say, instead of stop eating meat, but give a Krishna Prasadam to the tongue. Stop smelling unnecessary things, but start smelling the Krishna offered flowers to Krishna. Stop watching the dirty movies, but watch little Krishna. Like that. Can somebody read the translation for this quickly?
Conquer wickedness not just by fighting harder, but by rising higher. The working senses are superior to dull matter. Mind is higher than the senses. Intelligence is still higher than the mind. And he, the soul, is even higher than the intelligence.
Yes. Hare Krishna. So soul is very, very higher than the senses, intelligence, senses, mind, intelligence. So senses are very gross. The leader of all the senses is mind. Mind is called 5th sense. The 6th sense is intelligence. So we should engage, we should do activities, we should take the inputs on the soul platform. Smelling the flowers which are offered to Krishna is on soul platform. Chanting the holy names of Krishna is on soul platform. Yes? Taking darshan of the Lord is a soul platform. Hearing from Bhagavad Gita is a soul platform. Like that. So one needs a higher taste to clean the dirty water. You stop the input of dirty water, now you clean it. You give the higher taste to your senses. You give a higher taste to your mind. You give a higher taste to your intelligence. That's how you, the spirit soul, will be very happy. Now, you stop the dirty water. Now you have cleaned the dirty water by higher taste. Now the third thing is fill with the good water now. That's how you clean the dirty tank. You fill with the good water now. How to fill with the good water? Let's see that. Dwell, desire, decide, degrade. So the point is, this is how Krishna explained this system, how one gets degraded and how we should take that in a right way. This is the whole process, how to fill the good water into the tank. So, dwell, desire, decide, degrade. First of all, so dwell means thinking about the somethings. Constantly thinking about the material objects. Whether it's a woman, whether it's a chocolate, whether it's a ice cream, whether it's a mobile, whether it's a movie, whatever it may be. Dhyayato Vishayan Pumsa. Next, Dhyayato means constantly contemplating, thinking on it. Sangas Teshu Dhyayato Vishayan Pumsa. Sangas Teshu Pajayate. Sanga Sanjayate Kama. Then as you are continuously thinking about something, particularly any material object, you want to associate with it and you will develop a desire for it. So dwell means thinking about it, and slowly, gradually, one gets a desire for it. Next, so desire for achieving it. For example, I saw advertisement for the mobile phone, iPhone. So I'm constantly thinking about the iPhone. So I will develop a desire one day that I want this iPhone. I want this iPhone. The next time, as we continuously contemplate, means dwell, and then we desire, the next thought comes, let me decide. Yes, I want to take iPhone. That's it. Nobody is going to stop me. I want to take. I will loot the money from bank, but I will take iPhone. It's like that. Decide. So after deciding, next, degrade. So why, Prabhuji, what is the problem with iPhone? If you get the iPhone, what is the problem? So problem is the strong desire, it's lust. Once it is fulfilled, you will degrade. Any material desire, understand carefully, any strong material desire, if you fulfill the lust, one becomes greed. If the lust is not fulfilled, it will become anger. That's what the meaning of lag. L-A-G, lag. Lust is so material desire, so strong material desire, it destroys us actually. It destroys us. If you fulfill it, you will get more greed. Yes, I want more, I want more. You got iPhone, then tomorrow you will ask iPad, tomorrow you will ask for iMac. So these desires will keep going on. Greed. One time, one person got a diamond down in the hill, on the top of the hill. One small diamond he got. Then he went to the whole village and announced, I got a diamond from this village. And next time onwards, whole innumerable people, so many people from that village, everybody came to the search of diamonds in that hill. Yes. So the lust, if it is fulfilled, one becomes greedy. That's how we get degraded. Okay. This is a normal trend what is happening in the world. They are thinking about the material objects, whether it's some girl dwelling, and they are desiring for that girl, and then they decide, yes, I want her, and then they degrade in their life. Yes. Now let us see how we devotees should cultivate in a different way. We also dwell. You see, we also think about some things. Even devotee, I am also may feel having iPhone. I also may desire for iPhone. Now the first step is dwell. Everybody thinks, even devotees think. Okay. Now this dwell. Okay. So here we discriminate. We got iPhone, but is it my for selfish desire? Is it for my lusty desires? If it is, this iPhone is for my lusty desires, then I don't want it because I am going to degrade. But if this iPhone, I discriminate, is it for me or for the service of Krishna? Then we take it in service of Krishna. That's how we fill up with the good water. Yes. So we also think, we also feel, we also will, but that is for Krishna consciousness. We want to, we stop the dirty water, we clean the dirty water. How we clean the dirty water? How we clean the dirty water? The dirty water we clean by giving a higher taste. That higher taste is Krishna consciousness. That higher taste is a Krishna consciousness. We gave a higher taste to the senses, we gave a higher taste to the mind, we gave a higher taste to the intelligence. Now, it is a time to fill with the good water, the tank. So it means we also think, but we discriminate. What is it for my lusty desires or is it for Krishna consciousness, for that higher taste? So we only think for the higher taste. Once we get the higher taste, we don't think for the lower lusty desires. For example, in childhood, you must have played the, gilli danda in your childhood, playing with the cricket and the streets, all that, spending video games, all that. Now, as you grown up, when you grow up, you will get more responsibilities. You will not waste your time in watching movies, watching cricket, doing all nonsense. You will not. We have more responsibilities. Similarly, in a childhood, we got some chocolates. We were interested in Mahalacto chocolates. I remembered. I was very fascinated about the Mahalacto chocolates. But afterwards, when I got taste of gulab jamun, rasgulla, Mysore pak, I left that. I just simply left that. So once we get higher taste, then we start discriminating. We also think, but we discriminate. Is it for my lusty desires, the white line, white line, the lower taste, the path of lust? Or is it for Krishna consciousness, the higher taste? So we discriminate and we use that iPhone in the service of Krishna. Yes, in the service of Krishna, I desired for the iPhone, so I get the iPhone. It's like that. Of course, I have not iPhone, I have Samsung. Let's go for it. Next. So this is how we see that. So in short, how to overcome lust? One should self-control, means stop, regulate the inputs to the senses, mind, intelligence. Regulate it. You should know what is good for you, what is not good for you. If you don't know, we will tell you what is good for you, what is not good for you. What to see, what not to see, what to do, what not to do. We'll explain you. So stop the dirty water input to your senses, mind, and intelligence, because those are the sitting places of the lust. Sense control is the first and foremost important thing. And then give a higher taste. Not just regulate, but give a higher taste to the senses. Give a higher taste to the mind. Give a higher taste to the intelligence. Higher taste to the senses is engage these senses in the service of Krishna. Tongue, chant Hare Krishna. Tongue, eat prasadam. Eyes, take darshan of the beautiful temples, beautiful darshan of the Lord. Give a higher taste to senses. Then you will have a good discrimination power. You will get a good spiritual intelligence. What is good for me, what is not good for me. Yes, you will get intelligence. That is what? That is how we fill the good water. That's the spiritual intelligence. So that's how dirty tank represents lusty, intelligence, and knowledge. This is how we discussed. Yes, I hope you all understood nicely this. So this is how we overcome the lust. The bhakti cure works for sure. Wow. The bhakti cure, the process of cure, bhakti cure works for sure. For it connects us with the all pure. Wow, wow, wow. Shabash, shabash, shabash. So bhakti process, it connects to all pure, who is Krishna. Yes. So this is how we overcome the lust. I hope you understood some tips and tools. We'll continue with another demon tomorrow. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.